Is it just me or is it kind of dark in here right now?
It's the sunglasses probably. Oh wow, I have half a protein shake.
Oh, speaking of protein shakes, that's question number 2.
Yeah, I got half a protein shake drank right now.
Drunken.
Drinking. I don't know.
I mean, I have daddy issues.
Wow, I am high.
Yeah, me too. Not our typical high either.
We did not smoke weed or eat edibles. I guess technically we had edibles, but they're not THC
there was
edibles.
zero THC in our system.
They were chocolate, but
And they were kind of healthy, right?
Kind of, yeah. I believe
Aren't they vegetables?
The term is psilocybin. Psilocybin. Yeah, mushrooms. We just had mushrooms. And
That's a roundabout way.
Yeah, about 40 minutes ago.
30 minutes and 15 seconds and counting, but you're about 2 minutes ahead of me.
It's about 32 minutes for me. Anyway, welcome to the 5-year plan. One of the
only podcasts.
It is not my mom's favorite, but some of my clients' favorites, entertainment and fitness podcasts.
My mom doesn't listen.
Yeah, my parents do not listen. We shoot the shit in the beginning. We have an intro where we kind of talk about whatever the fuck we want. And then we answer some questions in the later half. So if you want to just skip ahead to the questions, we have timestamps in the description below. And if you want to hear us riff on some random shit while we're on mushrooms, then hang out for a while, you know. We got some stuff to talk about today. We got to talk about, Aaron Rodgers, MLB deadline, Simone Biles and her competition in the Olympics or lack thereof. And we're also going to talk about the sex beds at the Olympics.
And we're going to talk about our new partnership
with Redcon 1. We might as well talk about that now.
Let's fucking dive right into it.
So, Redcon 1 is our partner of the podcast, and they are our suppliers of whey protein, of creatine, and things like that. So they have creatine monohydrate. Zach's over here just fucking staring at the ceiling. Anyway, so our favorite product that they have is the MRE Light Protein. Now, my favorite flavor is the banana nut bread. You said yours is an oatmeal cookie?
Oatmeal chocolate chip. But actually, I just ordered some of their different proteins, mainly because my back started to break out a little bit. And I say a little bit, kind of a lot. And I believe it's from maybe whey protein. So I had this issue in the past when I went to the gold standard isolate protein. I would start to break out a little bit more. Switched off of it for a little bit, and then with this MRE stuff, it is a whey-based protein.
It's animal-based.
Oh, it's animal-based?
They have whey protein.
Yes. So I'm trying to switch back. I can't even formulate
switch
thoughts
back
right
to
now.
the whey protein.
Switch back to the whey protein to see if it was from the MRE Light or if it's something else in my diet.
Okay. Yeah, and MRE or Redcon 1, they also have vegan protein powders. They have chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, I believe. Sunglasses off now?
Sunglasses off.
Okay. How come?
It was too dark.
Yeah, that'll do it. But anyway, yeah, we have vegan protein powders. They have animal protein powders, whey protein. And the MRE Light is my preferred protein powder, and they have about 130 calories, 24 grams of protein, and the banana nut bread.
You can
I always
call
say
it spread.
I think the first time I read it as spread, and I was like, that's interesting. And now I just call it banana bread. But I put it with
nut bread.
Yeah, like rice pudding or arroz con leche. I had that the other night. So it's, just rice, some milk, and like cinnamon sugar on top. And I mixed, instead of just doing milk, I made the banana nut bread protein shake, poured that in on the rice, and then topped it with cinnamon sugar.
Oh, that sounds so good.
It was unbelievable.
I mean, there's a lot you can do this with any protein powder, but like what I really like about Redcon is their assortment of flavors, and each flavor can go with something. So like I like their fruitier flavors for more of like fruit smoothies, protein shakes, like post-workout. But a lot of their stuff goes really well with oatmeal. And then instead of me going to get Oreos, I can put
Dude, I don't even know what you're saying right now.
That's okay. Instead of going to get Oreos, I can put like a oatmeal chocolate chip protein powder with oatmeal And that's my dessert for the night.
Yeah. It's funny because your hair is red, and we're with Redcon 1. Well, it's kind of
we haven't touched on the red hair yet.
No, so it's like reddish, pinkish purple. We dyed it after we recorded the last podcast. So your hair's been dyed for a week today.
I think a week today.
A week tomorrow. We dyed it Monday night.
Yeah.
And it was disappointing to me when I saw it because I've never done a temporary dye or anything. So I anticipated it to look similar to a permanent dye when you bleach the hair first and then dye it. Mm-hmm. And I had Jessie telling me that's not how it works. She used to be a hair colorist. I had a client who's a hairstylist, hair colorist, who told me that's not how it works. That it's not going to show as much. And they told me the colors, the darker kind of red is what would show the most on your hair, and it stays in the longest. So I was like, all right,
we need to pick something that's going long.
Yeah, but I saw it, and I was like, man, I wish it kind of showed more. And Jessie was like, damn, that's showing even more than I thought. So
I think it shows a lot.
My expectations weren't as high, or were higher than they probably should have been. But I mean, I still think it's funny and it looks goofy. But I wish that we could have made it a different color where it would have shown more. I wanted to do like a platinum blonde, but that in a temporary dye wouldn't show much with your hair. Yeah. Whereas we would have had to gone with a permanent
dye first. I mean, I will say it is a great conversation starter. I went to the doctor for the first time in like 3 or 4 years the morning after we dyed my hair, and Shantae was the nurse that came to grab me out of the
You picture.
Yes, no,
canceled.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And she literally, the first thing she's like, "Oh my God, I love your hair." And I was like, "Thanks."
Ralphie.
Right. Sorry, Ralphie. I was like, "Thanks. I actually lost a bet." And she goes, "Oh my God, you can actually pull it off though." So she went and got 3 other nurses, and they're all like, "Oh my gosh, you got to keep your hair."
How'd they say it though?
They said it how I'm saying it right now. There was no clapping.
No, but how did they? Can you like do their voices?
I'm not very good with voices.
You just don't want to get canceled, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, but even just walking around the gym, people are coming up to me and they're like, "Oh, new style, or did you lose a bet?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I lost a bet.
My dad and I were walking to the gym yesterday to work out because my dad was here Friday, Saturday. We're recording on a Sunday right now. Hopefully this will go out like on Thursday
later
Friday.
This week. Yeah.
But we were walking down Lincoln Avenue going to the gym, and we see one guy with like his hair's half black on one side and half green on the other, and it's all like spiked up and real tall. My dad goes, "Oh yeah, he probably lost a bet too." And he was walking with a girl next to him who had like bright pink hair and like there's just piercings everywhere, tatted up. And I was like, judging on like who he's with,
probably not.
I think they chose it.
Well, so because it's Lollapalooza this last weekend, like some people thought I dyed my hair for Lala.
That's funny.
Which is fucking hilarious. But I'm a few, face, neck tattoos away from looking like MGK.
Yeah.
Or at least when I first got the hair dye. Mm-hmm. It's definitely fading a little bit.
I gotta throw a hoodie on, man. It's chilly in here. But I don't want to turn the AC off.
Don't turn the AC off.
No, I want it on.
Oh, Jesus. What? Just everything, like looking at things is cool. Like I was stuck looking at my black computer screen because you can see the reflection of the sunglasses.
Oh, yeah.
With the reflection of the light.
Well, so we took a microdose and damn it, I forgot to fill my water up. We took a microdose.
Pissed.
And pissed, which is funny. That's the lazy talk of Crystal. I get that from listening to a lot of his podcasts. It rubs off on me. And when he says, "and I'm pissed," he just over-exaggerates how he speaks very lazily. So over time, it's turned into pissed. I'm pissed. And I'm pissed. And also, I'm wearing some of his merch, actually. This says, "Be more memorable."
I mean, that's my favorite sweatshirt ever.
Yeah, so he talks about how, like, you meet people and you just, like, forget their names. And he's like, I used to just apologize for being bad with names, but now you just, like, fucking be more memorable. Mm-hmm. Make me remember your name.
If someone does something memorable, you're not going to forget their name.
Yeah. You show up with fucking purple hair, I'm going to remember your name.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, Zach, the guy with the purple hair.
Yeah. Pink hair, red hair, magenta, maroon.
Yeah. Connor, the guy with the better beard, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, It's official now.
We should just take a picture right now and post it and see who has a better beard.
Oh, I absolutely do. I got to fill this water up.
No, cottonmouth. You know what's going to be great? This fucking call that we have with Matt in just over an hour.
Well, see, yeah, we got a call with our business coach in about an hour to go over part of our website. That's actually like a pretty important call. So we will see how that goes. Essentially, it's part of our sales page. So, you guys know us and you know what we stand for and how we speak. And so, like, for you guys, you might not need to read through our sales page for our coaching to know.
Stuff is starting to do this.
Yeah, a little bit.
I like that.
We kind of went in between a microdose and a real dose. I want to come back to that. But with our sales page, you guys know what we're about. So you know that it's going to be about building strength and losing fat and things like that. But there's going to be some people that stumble across the sales page who maybe aren't as, they might not know who we are. They might not have listened to a lot of our content. And so reading through our sales page can be really helpful for them to see what we're about and what we do. But you guys have an idea. And so, we're taking on one-on-one coaching clients online. So it's also a shameless plug. If you want to work with us, you can apply on our website. But we're kind of revamping the sales page because it used to be just my website. We're kind of merging them together now. So we actually have my sales page from my old website on there, where it's just all like about me. So we're trying to get that put together. And we have a call with our coach in an hour.
An hour and 14 minutes.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Sorry, Matt. Anyway.
Aaron Rodgers is back.
Before that, the shrooms, the mushrooms.
Oh.
Microdose is about a gram. Now we have these chocolates.
Do you have it up here?
No, they're in my junk drawer right now. I just have like mushrooms sitting in one of my drawers casually. And there was a bar. The bar has 12. I mean, look at Zach right now. You're just
fucking tweaking.
So we had 12 chocolate bars in there. And
it was like 12 squares.
12 squares. Yeah, one chocolate bar, it's 12 squares. And like they say, I'm going to fucking get the wrapping.
It's cool wrapping.
Why am I? Well, this is the first podcast where I've gotten like up and down like fucking 6 times. Oh, shit.
Flashlight's on.
Matt said, any chance we can push back to 4 p.m. Eastern, which would be 3 our time?
Oh, that would be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Is that voice text or voice memo?
Yeah, do you want to hear it? Not sure why I'm doing a voicemail and a voice message instead of texting you, but Zach and I did also just take some mushrooms, like 40 minutes ago? 44 minutes ago, and we tried to microdose. We might have done a little bit more than a microdose. We're not totally tripping balls. We still definitely want to do the call, but yeah, I don't even know I'm telling you this right now. Yeah, we're good. We can do that.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, so that's where we're at.
I think I'm 1 square away from Kaleidoscope.
Yeah, so it says half a square is a true microdose. So a whole 12 is...
Wait, a half of 1 square is a true microdose?
Yeah, I didn't realize that until...
That's funny.
Until I just read it.
So, he goes, yeah, 3 squares. It sounds about like a microdose.
No. So here's the thing. 12 squares is an eighth. And that's what you take when you're like trying to trip balls. So you
take a full bar if you're trying to trip balls.
Yeah. So it says half a square, true microdose. 1 to 3 squares, you can do better. 3 to 6 squares, okay, there it is. 6 to 9 squares, party time. 12 squares, send it.
We can talk about our new tanks that we just ordered.
So we will in a sec. I was going to say something, and then I looked at the bars in my desk, and they look like they're moving right now. But, yeah, we ordered some new shirts, and they say RPE send it. They're just tanks. They'll say RPE send it across the front.
We're going to make that one of our little slogans.
Yeah, we're going to have those on our powerlifting meet shirts where it says RPE send it here, and there'll be 5-year plan branding on the back.
For people who don't know what RP is, you have to explain it.
Yeah. So it stands for rate of perceived exertion. And essentially in a given set, you would rate however many reps you had left, right? Your rating the effort that you put into that set. So if you rated it at a 7, that would mean you have about 3 reps in reserve. 7.5 would be, 2 to 3, or 3 reps with maybe 5 more pounds. RP 8 would be 2 reps in reserve. 8.5, 1 to 2, or 2 reps and 5 more pounds. RP 9 would be 1 rep in the tank. 9.5 would be probably no more reps, but maybe 5 more pounds.
Mm-hmm. RP, send it though.
Yeah, so in a training program, you're going to have your RPE or RIR, reps in reserve. There's going to be some kind of auto-regulation there to look at our overall energy levels. We don't want to be, looking at our overall intensity. We want to have some objective measures of like using your 1 rep max, and then having some subjective measures of how hard are you pushing it that day. Because you don't come into every training session feeling really good. Some you're gonna feel. Some you might come in and feel a little tired or feel like shit, and so you can drop the intensity a little bit through using your rep and reserve target versus just sticking to only percentage of your 1 rep max. So it kind of gives you some flexibility there and training hard. And we'll go about 2 more minutes before I change these computers
Cameras.
here. Why do I always call them computers?
Because they can fucking have updates in them.
I know. I always call them computers. They're fucking cameras. Sorry, we're both slouching. Yeah, this is not going to be your average podcast. This is not a normal one for us.
We thought it was going to be a normal one. Oh, I think I just snapped out of it.
Yeah, you do that sometimes, right?
Yeah.
My computer's straight up moving. Woo!
Well, when you were talking earlier, there was like sparkles
that
would come up around your head. And I just picture back to like last time we did mushrooms and Jesse was like, I see a kaleidoscope. I think my brain wants to go there.
Yeah.
But I'm not quite, I don't have enough mushrooms in me for the kaleidoscope to break out.
Yeah.
But I'm on the verge of seeing another dimension right now.
Yeah. I just texted one of my old friends earlier today. And was just like, hey, man, I'm just thinking of you. Hope you're doing well. He's like, hey, man, it's wild you text me. I was just thinking of you the other day. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. I'm like, I don't know why I feel the need to tell you this, but I'm tripping balls right now.
It's weird how that happens, though. Like, you could think about texting someone that you haven't talked to in years, and they'll just fucking text you out of the blue. You didn't hear anything I said, did you?
No, yeah. You're thinking of someone, and then they text you out of the blue. Like one of your old friends. Yeah, it's wild.
I mean, you look fucking comfortable right now.
I'm so comfy.
I could go play with Lincoln later. Whenever I'm under the influence of any drugs or alcohol, all I want to do is just go home and play with Lincoln.
Dude, I feel like my eyes got to be tripping now.
Yeah, I'm seeing things.
I got to have shroom eyes now. So normally, when you take mushrooms, your pupils will dilate. Like, see, mine still aren't. Looking at your eyes compared to, what is it, the iris is the colored part of your eye.
Uh-huh.
So basically, like, your pupil and your iris it's almost like inverted. Where normally you're
Forrest.
Show that to the camera. Fucking zoom in on that.
Just fucking big boy.
That shit is funny. We still need to get him on the podcast.
He literally, his next snap was big boy.
That's funny.
125 pounds of skeletal muscle mass. 13%. And that's how, like, disordered it is with us. Because, like, I look at 13% body fat on one of us. Like, we're fucking fat. If one of my clients got down to 13% body fat, I'd be like, let's fucking go.
Yeah. I wonder what a smelling salt would be like right now.
I don't. That fucking hurts just to think about.
I mean, the microphones and my computer and this whole table are moving. So, I don't know.
That would probably give you an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
Do not go grab a smelling salt.
So, Aaron Rodgers is back. What a difference a week can make, man. We talked about it we recorded on a Wednesday or Thursday, or got it out the next week. I don't fucking know.
Wasn't it Friday night, or was that going to be this Friday night?
We were going to record this Friday. Our podcast went out last Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday. And the video went out Wednesday. You fucked up and you didn't change the upload date from audio.
That's funny.
But it is what it is. And we got it up on Wednesday. Yeah, we make the fucking rules, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, who says you can't take fucking mushrooms while you record a podcast?
My legs are tweaking right now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm high as shit right now. We should not be doing this, but
No,
we
we
fucking
shouldn't.
are because we make the rules and
fucking rules.
and we do what we want. And once I get on a roll and I start talking, I'm good. Otherwise,
That's
I'm
when
out.
it starts. Yeah.
I'm out. Yeah. I start sinking in the chair and I'm not doing shit.
Your head is so orange right now.
It's so bright. It's so bright. It's very loud. And I made sure not to tell you I was going to wear it today because I knew you'd wear a Vikings jersey.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, I couldn't have you doing that.
This is where we
What are we
need
talking
Crystalia.
about? I
Aaron
know.
Rodgers is back.
Yes, I want to talk
Difference of
about
a
both of
week.
those things. But yeah, so we
Put a pin in
recorded this
one
like
of them.
last week. We'll put a pin on there, Crystalia thing. Last week we were talking about, or I guess it was a week and a half ago. Probably took us half a week to get the podcast
Yep.
up, whatever. And within a week of us talking about it, Rodgers at training camp, throwing balls around. So
Talking shit about the organization.
yeah, it's like the first day our podcast went up, he's at training camp that day, throwing balls around. First of all, Aaron Rodgers, fuck you.
Making us look bad.
Yeah, you're making us look bad. You got to wait a week after we upload this shit if you're going to change your fucking mind.
Yep.
In
Jackass.
his defense, he didn't directly say anything
No.
about.
He let the media do whatever the fuck they were
Yeah.
going to do.
So they started the rumors. I mean, well, he started them with he was unhappy, blah, blah, blah. That gets out. He didn't clear him up. He didn't say anything. He didn't say whether or not he was going to training camp or whatever. He just didn't show up to the OTAs.
But he also, I mean, he has said he's unhappy there. And his press conference back was kind of like explaining everything about he just wants more say in what the future of the organization is going to look like. Because he's like, you know, what I've done for this team and for the organization, for the fan base, for the state of Wisconsin, and the fact that they're not taking any of his input in where he wants the direction of the team to go when he leaves.
Yeah. But he's back, and I think they voided his 2023 season. So he's on contract this year and next year, but I think what's going to happen is I think they're going to trade him next year when he has a year left. They won't get as much for him, but they won't take as much. They'll still get a ton.
And I think because
they're doing it for the cap hit, though. They're doing it to save
Yes.
money. So the way they restructure his deal is they can trade him after this year, and they'll still get a good deal of players or draft picks or whatever, but they don't have to take as big of a financial hit because that's what would have fucked them about trading him right now.
Right. But they also want to have a say where he goes. Because, like,
Well, he's going to have a say where he goes, too.
not so and no.
He
Because
doesn't. I thought he has a no trade clause.
he has say in the sense that, like, right. So, yes. But he doesn't have say in the sense that, like, he couldn't say, trade me to the Bears or the Vikings.
Yeah, yeah.
The organization would be like, fuck that. No, they're going to trade him, but they're going to trade him to the AFC.
Yeah, I think he's going to go to the Broncos.
I do too. They're going to get him out of the division first, and then I think they're going to go one step further out of the conference,
Yeah.
trade him to the AFC, because that's what Brett Favre did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was on the Jets for 1 year, or was it 2?
Jets for like a year, then he retired, and then he came back.
With the Vikings to inflict as much pain on the Packers as possible.
So petty, by the way. I love how
it.
petty he is.
Oh, I
It's
love it.
hilarious.
And you see, I mean, this is literally Brett Favre 2.0.
Yeah.
Threaten retirement. That's not going to happen. You're pissed off with the organization. Okay, well, there's a couple years left on his contract. They're going to trade him to an AFC team. He is going to come back as either a Bear or a Viking in
That'd
like
be-
3 years, 2 or 3 years from now.
Dude, that would be so funny. Depending on how
Fields
Justin
does.
Fields pans out, I would love that.
And it's perfect timing with Kirk Cousins' contract kind of coming to an end.
So Fields has been reported to be like it's been like better each practice, but they said he kind of had a rough practice the first day.
Which that's so expected.
Which he's a rookie. You know, I think I feel bad for him because like we're the fucking horniest franchise or horniest fan base.
Yes.
Like it's like we draft a quarterback in the first round and every Bears fan just has a fucking hard on. Like
Right. He's our franchise.
Hey man, we got to be at like a quarter chub right now. We're not even at hand stuff right now.
Yes.
All right, we're just kissing.
You're on a
Right.
first date right
Then
now.
it's like he gets his first start. Okay, there's hand stuff. After his first full year of starting, you're like at third base.
Yeah.
And then after that, then you can get fully hard. You need a
once
full year of starting. Before you can go
Yes.
full chub, you need a year of starting under your belt.
I would argue with a quarterback, you need a couple years.
Probably.
Because, again, more times than not, one breakout season, and then defenses start to figure it out. Can you grow and adapt from that one breakout season?
Yeah,
Or are you a one-hit wonder?
for sure. I feel like I'm wearing a helmet right now. That's how I feel with the hat on and the headphones. Oh, man. So MLB trade deadline is kind of sad for me, being a Cubs fan.
They traded their whole team, didn't they?
We got rid of Craig Kimbrell, who I didn't care about him that much. I cared more about like our core of guys who we had won the World Series with. We got rid of Kyle Schwarber. It was either middle of last year or off season this year, maybe even earlier in the season.
Shows you how much baseball
I haven't kept up as much on the Cubs really at all since they won, and that was also when I stopped playing.
Yeah.
So I just haven't been as up to date on baseball. But we traded Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant, and Javier Baez. So Baez went to the New York Mets. He hits a home run in his first game. Anthony Rizzo goes to the Yankees. He hits a home run in his first game. And then Chris Bryant goes to the San Francisco Giants. I don't know how he's been doing, but it's really sad because those three guys were the guys that brought us the World Series. But for the Cubs, they think it's time to rebuild and move on. And they were in fourth place, I think. So I say I think.
Yeah.
But
We need a fact checker.
yeah, it's sad because like it was probably time, but at the same time, it's it's hard to let go of those guys.
But that's where being like the owner of a team, you have to let go of guys before it's too late.
Isn't that weird how we get attached to players as fans?
Oh yeah.
Like it's almost like we think they're our friends or something. Like,
So I think Stephon Diggs plays a huge role in my life. And the fact that he's now probably never going to be a Minnesota Viking again.
that's funny.
But like I will always think of him as being a Minnesota Viking.
That's how I feel about like Devin Hester.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't matter what they do, they'll always hold that spot in your heart.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're fucking psychos.
Yeah. So, dude, what's up with Simone Biles getting so much hate? Why does it fucking matter?
Okay, so here's what I wanted to preface this by talking about why she's getting hate.
Yeah.
I don't think that people that are giving her hate.
It was only like two guys, I think. It was like two dudes. I mean, one of them was Pierce Morgan. The other one was Charlie Kirk.
Something like that.
And it seemed like it was like two white dudes.
Right.
Say something like it was the Charlie Kirk one was fucked up.
That was fucked up.
The shit he was saying, we should look up what Pierce Morgan said and play it. But I was shocked.
So I'm shocked.
Why do you care that much?
So, and here's one of the arguments is and actually as more's coming out, I just got to fucking talk and let these thoughts unravel.
Just say it.
The argument was, if this is going to happen, why be on the team in the first place? Let someone else take that position. But when she came out and was talking about it, like she's essentially going through an episode right now where you're fucking high.
I'm listening. My eyes are just closed. I'm napping, but I'm listening.
She's going through an episode where she says when she like starts her routine and she'll
I
like
have to
jump.
interrupt you really quick. You see how like when I go like this, my hat kind of
goes
comes
down?
down? Yeah, I feel like when my eyebrows get pushed down, even if my eyes are closed, I can feel my vision just getting like scrunched at the top. So like instead of me just like my eyes getting closed, your head is getting scrunched up together. Everything down here is normal.
That's funny.
I just wanted you to know that, but keep
know
going.
what's going on in your head.
yeah, but keep going though. I just wanted to interrupt you to tell you that.
This is different because like this kind of high, I can go back to what I was saying.
I can snap right into. I watch this fucking.
No, but I'm saying like with
I'm back in
marijuana.
it. I'm focused.
With marijuana, as soon as
Yeah.
you like leave a topic, it's like, wait, what was I talking about?
Yeah.
I remember where I left off.
Yeah.
Fucking weird.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm fucking right back in it. I'm zoned
Yeah.
in, but I don't want to be there right
No,
now.
yeah,
I
no.
wanna
Do
be back
what you
here.
got to do.
Yeah, yeah.
No, so she was saying like when she jumps, like when she's on the balance beam, for instance, when she jumps and does a flip, she doesn't know which way is up and down. She doesn't know what she's going to land on. She doesn't know what part of her body's going to land first. And she said sometimes these episodes last like a couple days or they last up to a couple of weeks. So I think that's why she's staying on the team, because she doesn't know if it's going to be one of those things that in like 2 or 3 days she's back to normal, or if this is going to be a 2-week long thing. But also, she's fucking Simone Biles. She is the heart and soul of USA gymnastics. She should have a fucking spot on the team just to be there, because I think she's one of those leaders that everyone else elevates their own bar when she's around. So the fact that she's still on the team, I think it's forcing other people to do better because she's there. Did you see what I'm saying with that?
I didn't really listen to anything you were saying.
You were there just fucking tying your hoodie, sinking down.
Yeah, we'll put that on the podcast. We'll probably split those screens up or something.
See what you're doing.
See if I can figure that out. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Did you talk about the twisties or just the depression?
That's what's called the twisties.
So
yeah.
that's what she was saying. She's had the twisties, and when she said it, I guess all these other gymnasts were like reaching out to her, apologizing, saying, "Oh my God, I know how much that sucks," and whatnot. So when you get the twisties, essentially it's just like anytime you twist and you're doing flips and stuff, you just can't like fully trust it.
You just don't know which way's up and down.
Yeah, and so she just like couldn't perform. She was doing some flips and stuff in practice, and she like still had a full flip and twist and a half to do. Like she was 1.5 flips short. She just couldn't do it. And this was like already after the trials, so it was too late for someone else to take her spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just want to talk about the Olympic beds.
Where else were we at after that? The twisties and whatnot. Oh, the Charlie Kirk video. Yeah, so this guy was saying like she's ashamed to our country.
That's fucked up.
Like that Olympians represent us. So there was a really funny tweet. I'm gonna find it.
Was it?
It's by this comedian, Tom Dillon.
He was on Joe Rogan's podcast a few times.
He was talking
really
about how people say, God damn it, this fucking chair, man.
Every time you do that, I just think of like a girl riding on top, like fucking just doing that scooty thing.
Why are you such an info, man?
You know those memes though? Where it's like girls when they're riding on top fucking do that, and they always show like the pig or something trying to like fucking scoot in. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No.
I look up some weird memes. I feel like my voice is really low right now. We just talk about how low we can get our voices.
Okay. Here was Tim Dillon's tweet. Olympians do not before I read this, I want to talk about Charlie Kirk, who was talking about this on his talk show, is saying, oh, well, Simone Biles is ashamed to America because blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I got to look at these 16-year-old Russian girls who are
5'2".
Yeah, biting their gold trophies, looking at us, just smirking, and I'm not okay with that. Like, bro,
who gives a shit?
Hey, guess what? Be more interesting.
Yeah.
And so he was acting like these Olympians represent us. They don't fucking represent Americans.
No.
You know what represents Americans? Fucking overweight motherfuckers eating a bunch of McDonald's and Wendy's.
People just like you sitting in their fucking armchairs,
so here's critiquing
these fucking world-class athletes.
Yeah, 100%. And there's a really good meme we'll throw up right here. Of Simone Biles.
You get it right here.
Fucking throw up right here somewhere. Of like the guys who are actually criticizing Simone Biles. But
never fucking played down in anything in their entire life.
Never. Olympians do not represent our country. They're an anomaly. Our country is a casino of chain-smoking amputees addicted to fentanyl with a couple of decent places to get a sandwich. Stop saying elite athletes represent us.
That's so true. It's so true, though.
It is. It's 100% true. So, what's his name? What's his name? I already forgot his name because he's fucking.
Tim Dillon?
He's not. No. The dude, Charlie Kirk. Okay,
yeah.
First of all, be more memorable. Second thing, be more interesting, man. That's all you got to talk about. That's
what upsets you.
If that gets you upset, you're fucking boring. That's like the same people who freak out and get scared over like artificial sweeteners. Be more fucking interesting. That's all.
Right.
You're fucking boring.
Do something.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk, you're fucking boring, man.
Call us out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck. You can give us some clout, make us famous, but
That's what I'm saying.
Charlie Kirk, you're kind of a pussy. Yeah, we warm up with your max. Yeah.
That's even too light for the warm-ups.
I know. Yeah.
Which,
his
speaking
max
of,
is our first warm-up set now.
my workout yesterday, I don't think my testosterone has ever been so high. I mean, just 4 meatheads in the gym. I tried 1 rep maxing deadlift, got it off the ground, didn't do much. 1 rep, I PR'd on bench press, 370 now.
Nice.
I should have done 375 because then I could have 1 rep max bench pressed. Forrest Brothers 1 rep max squat. That would have been fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sex beds, they're apparently the Olympics is a fucking orgy.
Yeah, so there's this article that talks about a former Olympian. Let me find the actual article here.
You found an article that talked about all this?
Oh, there's a ton of articles that talk about the sex beds and everything.
Listen, we were talking about it the other night.
There was one former track and field athlete who talked about all the sex and orgies and shit that they would have. They would have full on orgies after the Olympics. So you have these people who are spending years and years competing. They're probably not seriously. Most of them aren't seriously dating someone. They might be dating around or whatever, but when they're training, like they're in full on. They're focused. They're training. Their whole lives revolve around their training. And so after they compete, you still hang around in the village where the Olympics are happening, and you just hang out in the area like waiting for awards, and you have nothing to do. Like you have this release that you kind of need, that you're craving. Right. And so they have fucking orgies.
Fucking human.
And they're all just going around fucking each other. They're fucking each other like together in groups. Like you just go crazy.
Jesus Christ.
And so this year their beds are like cardboard beds, so they can only have like one person. And we'll throw up like pictures. Just blow up the whole screen. I guess I don't know. We'll fucking figure it out. But they have these beds that are like fucking just set on blocks, so they can handle one person. But if 2 people are on there, it can't hold 2 people. And if there's any sudden movements, it'll like break and whatnot. So these pictures like went viral and everyone's talking about them. But there were a handful of athletes talking about having sex, after their competitions and stuff like that. I can't even go too into it right now because I'm fucking
too high. No, but it's like, I think it's fucking hilarious that they think that these Olympic athletes only have sex in beds.
I know.
First of all, if someone says don't have sex in a bed, you're going to want to have more sex in that bed.
Yeah.
But like also...
But they didn't say that. They just got there and the bed's all of a sudden or whatever.
Right. Made out of cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
But like, okay, we'll talk about gymnasts, for example. Gymnasts can bend and twist in ways that most humans can't. I think that just opens up the door of opportunity of like, okay, we can't have sex on the bed, or let's not have sex on the bed, or let's break the bed. Let's see where else we can have sex and prove all these guys wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who probably made that rule with cardboard beds? A bunch of white dudes.
Probably.
I just picture a bunch of like bald white guys sitting in a room together.
If we can't fuck, they can't fuck.
Right. They're probably sitting there like, how can we make it so these Olympic athletes can't have sex?
Just a bunch of fucking incels making the rules, man.
Doing a bunch of vanilla sex.
Pretty much.
Doing the sex, baby.
Yeah. I think that's all we got, man. I think that's all I got in here now.
I want to turn on Netflix and order food.
Yep.
Nashville hot chicken?
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening to fucking whatever this is. I don't know. Can we call it a podcast?
Nope.
We'll fucking see. Episode 52 in the books.
Peace. See ya.
See ya. See ya. Don't ever fucking mock me like that again. Thank you for watching this episode of 5-Year Plan. If you like what we're doing here on the show, be sure to like and subscribe.
If you want one of your questions answered on a future podcast, you can write into our website at www.5yearplanmedia.com, or you can write into our Instagram page at 5yearplanmedia. You can find me on Instagram at @Z_Condon.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at ConnorYoungman_.
Peace.
See ya.